Good day, students! Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For today's lesson, we have solving quadratic equation using factoring. Another way of finding the roots of a quadratic equation is by factoring. Before we start the discussion, let us review. Find the factor of the following. Number 1. The sum is 10 and the product is 16. What are the numbers? Good. That is 2 and 8 because 2 plus 8 is 10 and 2 times 8 is 16. Number 2. The sum is 8 and the product is 7. What are the numbers? Good. That is 1 and 7 because 1 plus 7 is equal to 8 and 1 times 7 is equal to 7. Number 3. The sum is 18 and the product is 77. What are the numbers? Correct. That is 7 and 11 because 7 times 11 is 77 and 7 plus 11 is 18. Number 4. The sum is negative 6 and the product is negative 40. What are the numbers? Good. That is negative 10 and 4 because negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6 and negative 10 times 4 is negative 40. Number 5. The sum is 5 and the product is negative 38. What are the numbers? Correct. That is negative 4 and positive 9 because negative 4 plus 9 is equal to 5 and negative 4 times 9 is equal to negative 38. I think you are now ready to proceed in our lesson. If ax squared plus bx plus c is factorable, then the equation can be solved by factoring. After factoring, apply the zero product property. The zero product property states that if AB is equal to 0, then A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. We can now proceed with the examples. Solve the following by factoring. Number 1. X squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Let's find out the factor of 12 and 7. The product must be 12 and the sum must be 7. The numbers are 3 and 4 because 3 times 4 is equal to 12 and 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So we'll have x plus 3 multiplied to x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then let us equate the two equations into 0. We'll have x plus 3 is equal to 0 and x plus 4 is equal to 0. Let us simplify on the left side, which is x plus 3 is equal to 0. By finding x, let us eliminate 3 on the left side by adding negative 3 on the both sides. So we'll have x is equal to negative 3. On the other side, we'll have x is equal to negative 4. That means negative 3 and negative 4 are the factors of x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Let us check if our answer is correct. Again, our equation is x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Let us substitute negative 3 in the given x. We'll have negative 3 squared plus 7 times negative 3 plus 12 is equal to 0. Let us simplify that. We'll have 9 minus 21 plus 12 is equal to 0. Then negative 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. Finally, we have 0 is equal to 0. That means negative 3 is correct. Let's have the other one, which is negative 4. We'll have negative 4 squared plus 7 times negative 4 plus 12 is equal to 0. Simplifying that, we'll have 16 minus 28 plus 12 is equal to 0. Then negative 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. Finally, we have 0 is equal to 0. That means negative 4 is correct. We can now proceed with number 2. X squared minus 5x is equal to 24. Remember that the equation must be in a standard form. This time, it is not in standard form. So, let's transpose 24 on the other side to make it in a standard form. That would be x squared minus 5x minus 24 is equal to 0. So, from positive 24, it will become negative 24. Then, we can now find the factors of negative 24 and negative 5. Remember, do not forget the sign. So, the factors are 3 and negative 8. Because 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. And 3 plus negative 8 is negative 5. So, we'll have x plus 3 times x minus 8 is equal to 0. Equate it into 0, both equation will have x plus 3 is equal to 0 and x minus 8 is equal to 0. Simplifying that, we'll have x is equal to negative 3 and x is equal to 8. That means the roots are negative 3 and positive 8. Let us check if our answer is correct. Let us substitute negative 3 in the equation. Negative 3 squared minus 5 times negative 3 is equal to 24. Let's simplify the given. We'll have 9 plus 15 is equal to 24. Finally, we have 24 is equal to 24. That means negative 3 is the root of x squared minus 5x is equal to 24. Let's have the second root, which is positive 8. 8 squared minus 5 times 8 is equal to 24. Simplifying that, we have 64 minus 40 is equal to 24. Finally, we have 24 is equal to 24. That means positive 8 is correct. Let's have number 3. The square of x minus 3 is equal to 1. Or you can also write it as x minus 3 times x minus 3 is equal to 1. By simplifying that, we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 1. Okay, so that will be the square of binomial. Since it is not written on standard form, we need to rewrite it into standard form. We need to subtract 1 to both sides to eliminate 1 on the right side. So that will be x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 1. Then simplify again. We have x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 1 is equal to 0. Finally, we have x squared minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. We can now proceed in factoring since it is already written in standard form. Again, we have x squared minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Let us find out the factors of positive 8 and negative 6. So we have negative 2 and negative 4 because negative 2 times negative 4, that is positive 8. And negative 2 plus negative 4, that is negative 6. So we have x minus 2 times x minus 4 is equal to 0. Then equate the two equations into 0. Simplifying that x minus 2 is equal to 0, that will be x is equal to 2. And then on the other side, we have x minus 4 is equal to 0, that will be x is equal to 4. So the roots are 2 and 4. Let us check if our answer is correct. So let's substitute 2 in the given equation. So we have 2 minus 3 squared is equal to 1. That will be negative 1 squared is equal to 1. Finally, we have 1 is equal to 1. That means positive 2 is correct. Then, we'll have x is equal to 4. Let us substitute. We have 4 minus 3 squared is equal to 1. Simplifying that, we have 1 squared is equal to 1. Finally, we have 1 is equal to 1. That means positive 4 is the root of the square of x minus 3 is equal to 1. In factoring quadratic equation, remember this. Write the equation in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 before we find out the factor. Okay? B. Factor the left side of the equation. C. Apply the zero product property. D. Solve the resulting equation. And then, check both values if it will satisfy the equation. I hope you learn more. Thank you for listening. God bless.